All right, I think we are live and recording at the same time. Harry, how are you?
I am doing good. It's been what, like a few months?
Yeah, we've been. It's been a few. We've been. I think we've each been busy in our own rights. I've been trying to
Yeah,
get less busy, and you're
I've
pro.
stayed the same.
You're staying the same. All right. So we're gonna do a video where we're going to um,
We're gonna
create
join in on
something,
that
right?
app, that app tab create thing going on the Facebook right now. Um, so I think we've come into this having sort of decided what we're gonna do, see where it goes from there. Like we're gonna make some sort of cult that surrounds a vampire or a necromancer or something. Some powerful, evil, undead type thing.
That
See where it goes.
sounds really good to me because I like dark and I like dismal and grisly. So that speaks to me. Necromancer all the way.
Mm-hmm. So who? Okay, who's this cult like revolve around?
So I think the first thing it's got to do, it has to be some power, whether it be an outer power or like an old one type thing.
Yeah.
Um, or it has to be a god. It has to be connected to some sort of god or some
Mm.
sort of greater deity type figure. Those are always the best because they're gonna definitely have the power that mere mortals are gonna need in order to
Yeah.
do
Like,
any of that stuff. When I think of Call of Cthulhu, I'm thinking that's the great old ones. You have to kind of worship them and sacrifice to them. That's how you're going to get
mm.
those sorts of.
I'm thinking like cults surrounding like the first vampire,
Ooh,
like the most powerful one.
yes, right,
So like it would be Dracula in our timeline or
right.
someone like Strahd or something.
Yep, it'd be Strahd in D&D or Ravenloft. He's allegedly the first vampire. What's really great about Strahd too is that he also was a warrior and a wizard, which makes him like a triple threat.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so that's just really great. Yeah. So and what better vampire to set a cult around than either Dracula or Strahd? Maybe we should go with Strahd because that's probably one. When I think of gaming, that's what a lot of people
Mm.
will identify with. Um, and plus, as you know, we're getting ready to kick off a Curse of Strahd campaign. So this might actually give me some good ideas and give you some foreshadowing, possibly, about
Yeah.
what is going to
Add to the
come.
so this would be some like cult in Barovia that's yeah
Right.
worship Strahd. So do you think Strahd would have any of it? Would he even care? Or would he
Strahd would
just
not. Strahd
yeah,
wouldn't care, is what I'm thinking.
he just
I'm
used them?
thinking as long as he can use them, um, he would let them kind of continue to go on living whatever fantasy they had. I also see him too because he's just so utterly evil that there's nothing redeeming in him. Um, that I could see him doing things that would maybe just kind of uh, string them along too, like give them little
Yeah.
boons, certain things that would make them think, oh my gosh, the great, you know, the devil Strahd, he favors us. I just see that is something really would be really groovy. Um,
Yeah.
yes.
So what do these people think they're gonna get out of it? Like, do they think John's gonna like turn to vampires or something, or
Right.
perhaps just like grant them power?
I think it's power. I think it's power, favor. I think it's maybe, when you think of where Strahd lives, his little part of the demi plane, Barovia, it's just this miserable place it's just like it's a place that just encompasses hopelessness because he controls everything. You can't escape. So think about it. If you were one of those people stuck there, what would you do? You would try to do whatever I guess you could to make your life better. So they may not even necessarily see what they're doing as utterly evil. And I imagine there'd be a mixture of that. There would be certain people that are evil and relish in the fact of making more pain and misery for others. And then there's probably others that are just doing it from a more selfish point of view.
It's more of I guess like they're realists or something. They know it's hopeless, and they may as well join the bad guys to at least live a bit.
What is that saying?
Yeah.
If you can't beat them, join them. And I think that's probably like a mantra that a lot of Barovians probably say in the back of their head, whether they want to admit it or not. So I just think that's so. Question: so in Barovia, do you see cults being very open about their membership and where they worship and everything, or do you think they do it more on the down low?
Well, I mean, if they have too many members, then the power will be too spread thin. So they want to be select and secret about it because they don't want everyone joining.
Well, I also think too that Strahd appreciates beauty and power. So anyone that was running one of these cults would have to be very charismatic. They would have to have some sort of authority. So there would already be someone that would be in a position of authority. What better person to corrupt than like a priest?
Yeah.
Or a priestess. Like in Barovia, there's this abbey, and there's an abbot there. Could you imagine if that person?
Yeah, just have the abbot as like the head of this cult.
Yeah. And what I always love too is when it's like the person you least expect.
Yeah, like maybe like somebody's not they don't look like they're in a powerful position, but perhaps they are more of a sort of puppet master behind things.
That or someone that you would least expect. It's like someone that's helping the poor and the downtrodden in this village. But then, when the muted sun fades, they're down in a basement wearing a dark robe, sacrificing or drawing the blood from one of those same people they helped just hours earlier. I mean, I just think that that's really great.
Oh, yeah. So I think they'd like try and what's the word? Like imitate Strahd. Like they'd do human sacrifice. They'd try and drink the blood. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, and maybe that's the boon that they finally want, is to be turned, to become deathless, to become part of the undead, to be one of these spawn of Strahd, because he's been around for hundreds of years, and they see that, and maybe in their own mortality, they see mortality all around them. So, even though it's maybe not something that some would choose, again, we go back to the hopelessness piece. Hey, better to be one of these. I mean, we're all going to die by Strahd's hand in some fashion, so why not join? And that's what they're trying. That's the ultimate boon, I bet, is they're trying to get his favor to embrace them, to become vampires themselves. Because I imagine I see Strahd as being very selective. He wouldn't just make anyone a vampire. They would catch his eye or his fancy in some fashion, and that's why he would do it. But I like that piece, Harry, about and I'm just looking at, and I keep dropping some frames here, so we might have to just reload the recorded video, just as a little technical side. But I really like the idea of them actually mimicking or going through that, like maybe even going to the point of having these elaborate fake teeth that they carved or crafted in some fashion, and they would wear these as they drank the blood of their victims. Oh yeah, that's great.
Nice. So they do things for they try and please him, killing adventurers if they can.
Yep.
For him, so they don't cause any nuisance, that kind of thing. Stopping people from, finding out if people are sort of talking about rebellion. that kind of thing.
They would be part of that already rather extensive spy network that
Mm.
Strahd already has. But yeah, they would
Yeah,
definitely.
the slightly more fanatical side of that spy network.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I just like it. And wow, we did that in
I was,
just about 10 minutes.
oh, that's perfect. So we got a blood drinking cult to Strahd, just all sort of sorted out. So we got, yeah, pick a leader that, you know, really, or maybe it's like a group of leaders, like an inner circle kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it would probably follow some sort of hierarchy where they would have you have your one leader, and then you would have others that fall underneath of them, like lieutenants, and then you would have your cultists
Yeah.
underneath. I think it would be perfect. And I see that as maybe something like that has spread. So there's three major communities I think in Barovia. There's the village of Barovia. There's Veliki, and then there's Crescent.
Krezk? Yeah.
So I see the cult having a foothold in each one of these, and maybe like in one over another, it's a little bit more open about it. Like more people know. Like, oh, yeah, that's the Burgermeister. Everyone knows that he and his family are cultists, but no one speaks of it. Kind of a thing.
Yeah. Nice.
Good. Awesome.
So maybe also just add a little bit of conflict in there. Maybe the leader, he's obviously afraid of Strahd and wants to be powerful, but maybe he also wants to take the position of Strahd. Maybe that's his ultimate goal.
Of course. Or maybe let's use another one of those tried and true mechanisms. Maybe that this cult leader actually lost someone they loved to Strahd, and so their ultimate end game is to become powerful enough.
Yeah, he's trying to get close and powerful to then drive a stake into his heart. Yeah.
Yeah, they know that they could never do it as a mortal, but if they could get embraced. And that would be the funny irony, wouldn't it? Because once they get embraced, they would totally be unaware until it was too late that he has total dominance over them.
Yeah.
But maybe that's something they don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Strahd controls the information, so maybe he's leaked out information that makes him think that there's a lot more autonomy to the Spawn than there really is. I love it.
Love it.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Right.
That was a quick little AbTab Creates session there. We managed to get it below the hour how we normally do it.
Yep. And please comment about the picture of Harry with the bird.
Oh yeah, sorry, my webcam it's vanished. Probably the bird took it. I don't know. It's gone.
It's Strahd. He's working against us.
I think that was a Galapagos finch, if I remember, some form of finch.
Nice.
Oh no, wait, that was not. That was that's a baby robin. What am I talking about?
You could have told me the other.
European robin, obviously.
Oh yes.
Yeah, an actual robin, not a weird blackbird-looking thing.
Nice.
All right, cool.
Well, that was good. That was awesome.
Well, hopefully, we'll be able to do another one next week.
I think that's our hope, right? We're hoping to. My schedule has changed much so that I am more available on Sundays. So I think that's going to be.
I think it's Mother's Day for me next Sunday, but I might be around.
Okay, very good.
Maybe in the evening. Yeah, should be around in the evening.
Sounds good. Well, I think with that, we're going to sign out. And thanks for watching. And make sure your tea is warm or cold.
I just finished mine.
However you like it.